The stories of past courage can define that ingredient. They can teach, they can offer hope, they can provide inspiration, but they cannot supply courage itself. For this, each man must look into his own soul. Whereas moral courage is the righting of wrongs, creative courage, in contrast, is the discovering of new forms, new symbols, new patterns on which a new society can be built. Courage is the main quality of leadership, in my opinion, no matter where it is exercised. Usually it implies some risk, especially in new undertakings. Without courage, we cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. We can't be kind, true, merciful, generous, or honest. The brave man is not he who feels no fear, for that was stupid and irrational, but he whose noble soul its fear subdues, and bravely dares the danger nature shrinks from. I wanted you to see what real courage is, instead of getting the idea that courage is a man with a gun in his hand. It's when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway, and see it through, no matter what. This is the art of courage, to see things as they are and still believe that the victory lies not with those who avoid the bad, but those who taste, in living awareness, every drop of good. Now people with courage are needed. It is better to die facing life with courage. To live as a coward is shameful. It is better that the coward drown himself in the river. Awake, arise, be brave. Courage is a moral quality. It is not a chance gift of nature like an aptitude for games. It is a cold choice between two alternatives. The fixed resolve not to quit, an act of renunciation which must be made not once but many times by the power of the will. Courage leads to heaven, fear to death. If we long for our planet to be important, there is something we can do about it. We make our world significant by the courage of our questions and by the depth of our answers. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste death but once. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I lived through this horror. I can take the next thing that comes along. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Courage is very important. Like a muscle, it is strengthened by use. It is when we all play safe that we create a world of utmost insecurity. It is when we all play safe that fatality will lead us to our doom. It is in the dark shade of courage alone that the spell can be broken.